All right, give me a moment. Mhm. Give me 1 second as I try to get this together. It's clearly taking a long time. Crap. All right. So, crap. All right. So I was informed that my last video related to this subject had no sound. And so this one is an update. And really, before I get into it, I want to make sure that the sound is on. Sound is going. An update. And really, before there you go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. I'm going to go through this a lot faster than the last one. No, I'm going to go through this just like the last one. So this is a study group for the Yes We CANcwe book written by Dr. Orwa Hehi Ra and Comment. So this is the book here. If you do not have it, go ahead and get it, copy it, purchase it, and then let's get into reading. So all right, chapter 1, steps to fighting cancer. Ooh, I didn't even notice that before. Steps to fighting cancer, step 1. Find a physician. You got to find a physician who practices functional or integrative medicine, not just the Western medicine, but a more holistic approach to medicine. And the principles of integrative medicine is the patient and the practitioner are both involved in the treatment. And then all factors of the patient's life is taken into consideration. Alternative ways to heal, natural, less invasive interventions. Critically analyze all your options. Make sure it's science-based, prevention-oriented, and it has a level or a component of self-development in it. Also, you have to take into account genetics. Genetics slows the gun, environment pulls the trigger. So you may be genetically predisposed to certain conditions, but those that genetic expression, you can starve it. You can starve the genetic expression by incorporating positive habits and lifestyles. But when it comes to cancer, you want to investigate the possible environmental factors related to your condition. One thing about cancer is it develops over time. It's slow moving, so people may not address it. Cancer does not have to be a death sentence. Cancer cells and precancerous cells are so common that nearly everyone by middle age or old age is riddled with them. That's what I want to make sure. So you want to get a full blood workup as well. CD4/8 gives you an overall picture of the effectiveness of your immune system. That's pretty interesting right there. I do have to say. Once you choose a specialist, the insurance company will defer to the specialist in terms of diagnosis, tests, and procedures that they will cover. So once again, this is about being proactive in your treatment, active and proactive in your treatment, and planning for it so that what so that you can lessen the out-of-pocket cost that your treatment is going to have. So there is also proton radiation therapy. It's PRT. It's serious side effects, which includes damage to skin, tissue, the development of a second tumor, quite possibly. As far as relationships, you want to cultivate social relationships because it's not helpful to fight cancer alone. And then 1 in 3 Americans will be affected by cancer in their lifetime. And then the discussion about the importance of spiritual communication, i.e. the use of oracles. All right, chapter 2 is laid out in 3 sections, or the part of chapter 2 that we're going to covers 3 sections: finances, land ownerships, and cell phone danger. The finances deals with the rule of 72 on compound interest, and that's like how long does it take your money to double, which is 2,000 will turn into 4,000 in 18 years. That's intense. He also covers term life insurance versus whole life insurance. Term life insurance will guarantee you financial protection for you and your family over a specific period of time, i.e. the term. And it has no cash value, but it's very low cost in the beginning. Now, whole life insurance covers you for your whole life. It accumulates cash value, which can be borrowed against interest-free, and it's a fixed guaranteed rate of return. So you're growing finances or financial value with a whole life insurance policy. And then he talked about indexed universal life insurance, which is similar to whole life. Both has a guaranteed death benefit. Both generate cash value, which can be accessed as a tax-free loan. All right. Now, he also says in his book, he promotes the investment in real estate. The federal government stole 12 million acres of land by a war waged by deed of title. So I wanted to show you all something really fast here. Hold on a second. Do I even still have it up and around? Let me stop this share for a second. So I find it. I hope I didn't close it. Here we go. All right. So go back to the Zoom, go to a new share. So here is an article that discusses what Orwell was talking about. That's found in the Atlantic in the September 2019 issue. It's called The Great Land Robbery. Okay. Now, it started with the New Deal in 1937, where the white administrators of that policy targeted Black people by denying them loans and giving advantages to whites. It was equal to a loss of $3.7 billion in the Black community. A will versus a trust. Although you may think that you are protecting your property, if you put it in a will, it cannot be protected from probate, which is the legal jurisdiction of taking your property, or divvying up your property, or the court taking legal responsibility for your property. So that's discussed as well. Food and diet in chapter 2. Food is less nutritious. Elevated carbon monoxide in the environment is leading to less nutritious food. Besides the unhealthy farming practices that American farmers are engaged in, we also have our environment and the environmental, the environment's environment, leading to a less nutrition getting into our food somehow. So a study says that food is 50% less nutritious than it was 50 years ago. So a broccoli from 1970 has 50% more nutrients in it than a broccoli from today. There was also discussion of healthy fats, omega-3 fatty acids from nuts, seeds, and fish oil. And something that might help, men fight prostate cancer is green tea. And then clearly avoid charred meats and foods that are grilled at high temperatures. He also discussed what's called the dirty dozen, which is the 12 most chemical pesticide-laden vegetables. which are strawberry, spinach, kale, college mustards has a green family, nectarines, apples, grapes, cherries, peaches, pears, bell and hot peppers, celery, and tomatoes. So when it, if, you know, get these organically when you can, because that's the most healthy option. Um, Baby's health, especially important for the baby's health. Uh, Pesticides have been linked to IQ loss and intellectual disability in children due to exposure to organophosphates. A common pesticide, heavy metals like arsenic, lead, and cadmium can affect brain development in infants and small children. And glyphosate-based herbicides have been linked to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. There's a video in here, but I don't want to get a strike for showing it. All right. Now, also repeatedly heated cooking oil, food that is cooked in recycled oils, meaning oils that are used, again, generate carcinogens and compounds. You know what this means. This is like the oil on, you would be cooking, cook food in oil, and you would put the oil in a pot to be used again. And this is when the oil gets crud and stuff in it. That oil is highly carcinogenic. So you want to be very careful with that. The sound is on. All right. And last but not least, cell phone danger. Oh, yeah, cell phone danger. From 1998 to 2008, 5 million lives were lost due to cobalt mining. That's 1,500 people a day, half of which are children. Over that period of time, 300,000 women were violated. And then children as young as 7 are used for mining this material that we value that's inside of our phones. Studies have shown that there have been reproductive issues linked to carrying the phone on, so close to your body, like reduced sperm count, reduced sperm motility and concentration, damaged sperm DNA, altered sperm cell structure. And then it's the results of a 10-year study had clear evidence of tumors in male rats, some evidence of tumors in the brains of male rats, and some evidence of tumors in the adrenal glands of male rats. And it definitely showed DNA damage. So hopefully this is great. Sorry about the late share. I had it earlier, but apparently it was issues. Light and love, peace and blessings.